What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do TCG, VGC, and Let's Plays videos. Today I'm going to go over the Infinity Zone cards that were officially revealed. Pokebeach has a couple of translations, so we're just going to go through like a set review slash first impressions of all the cards that were of all the cards in the set. These cards are going to be a part of our Darkness Ablaze set in August. So let's get to it. So, yeah, the official Japanese website has revealed all cards from Infinity Zone, yada yada yada. Cool. So, first things first, Paris. Scratch 20, Mushroom Tackle, yada yada yada. Now, Paralyze, not great. Carvines and 20 damage, draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. Could be. The draw effect is okay. The monkeys are bad. I don't care what anybody says. This is not that great. The 3 energies for 110. Relic Sky Circus. If you played Bird Keeper from your hand during its turn, ignore her energy in the attack cost of this Pokemon. That's interesting. Sky Circus. I'm assuming that there's going to be like a Birdie Keeper supporter that we're going to check out later. So, Wind Pebbles. The attack does 60 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Don't apply weakness or resistance. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. You can kind of snipe for 60 damage with this. Okay. Not sure how great it's going to be, but like honestly, starting off, you play Bird Keeper and you can attack for free. That's not terrible. Going second, actually. It's not bad going second. Dartix, 40 damage. Not that relevant. And Decidueye, Forced Camouflage. Excuse me. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon V and Pokemon GX. Okay, so this is kind of like the Alolan Ninetales and stuff like that, and there are a lot of Pokemon that are similar to this, but it's a stage 2. So I don't know. This might be. It could be a decent stall deck or control deck, but like it's a stage 2, so it's gonna be difficult to get up consistently. So I don't know how much play this is gonna be. I think I'll give it an okay. But I don't know. It's just tough because it's a stage 2 and the game is too fast for stage 2s right now. But we'll see. Houndoom V. All right, cool. That's a nice looking art right there. Searing Flame, 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. Honestly, for 1 energy, that's not too bad. You're essentially doing 40 damage. Going like if you go second, that's not terrible. Compression Flame, 100 plus damage. If any of your fire Pokemon have damage counters on them, this attack is 100 more damage. Okay, that isn't terrible. This isn't bad. I feel like this wouldn't be bad in the Firebox deck. Like somebody. You somehow get damage counters on your fire Pokemon, and this is doing 200 damage. So for a welder, an attachment for turn, so it's not terrible. Torchic, let's see, Blaziken, double type. This Pokemon is now fighting and fire type. And Turbo Drive, 130 damage. Attach basic energy from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. Okay. I don't know. It's a stage 2. Gallade had a similar type and I didn't see much play. But this is a fire type, so it has that energy acceleration. But I don't know. I still don't know how much play this is gonna see. Excuse me. Turbo Drive for a 130 isn't a bad attack. Because you can accelerate energy, but still, I don't know. It's a stage 2. I don't know how much. I don't know. As an attacker, I don't know how much it's gonna see play. Again, these elemental monkey lines, I don't think they're that great. Galarian Darumaka. Okay, they decided to go with the Zen mode here. Interesting. Evolve from Galarian Darumaka. So it does Headbutt for 40 and then Frozen Heat, 110 damage. You may discard all water energy from this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 60 more damage. So if you discard all water energy, 60 more damage. Take 4. 170? That's not terrible. Hitting for 170. I can see this maybe, but the fact that it's stage 1 makes it a lot difficult. But I could see this in like a tech and like water decks. But then how do you charge this up? That's my only thing. Like two water energies, like you can't accelerate this up with a Frostmoth because it only works on water types. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this card. I don't think it's like, again, I could see it being a useful tech in water type decks or grass decks, but grass isn't that relevant. And there's really no way to charge this up when you need it. Actually, you could charge it up while it's a Darumaka, so you can always Frostmoth it and then evolve it. So actually the acceleration is problem solved there. But still, it's, I don't know, it's a stage 1, grass isn't relevant right now. Water decks aren't even that good to begin with. So I don't think it's going to see that much play, unless something changes. Suicune from this Pokemon to your hand. Kind of sucks. Not that great. Relicanth. Fossil search. Search your deck for 2 rare fossil cards and put them away your deck. That's stuff for your deck. I guess if you're playing a fossil deck, this is good. It's a good turn 1 attack. And then you can evolve those fossils next turn. But I still not. I don't think it's gonna see any play. Panpour, again, the monkeys just suck at the same. They basically have the same attacks, just the type. Their typing's different. Galarian Darumaka evolves into the Galarian Darmanitan up there. Vanillite, Vanillish, nothing crazy about them. And Vanilluxe, free ability, freeze and cold. During your turn, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you may flip a coin. If heads, your active Pokemon is now paralyzed. I guess he is being used in a control deck, but again, it's stage 2 with a 2 retreat cost, so that's going to be difficult not only to get up, but to reliably use freeze and cold to paralyze your opponent. And even then, there's so much switch play right now that I don't think paralyzing is going to do much. But I don't know, we'll see. Again, it's just that stage 2 that's like difficult to get up. So Marini, not Marnie, and Toxapeck, not that great. Dreadnought V, Hard Shell. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. Power Bite 130, depending upon can't reach your opponent's next turn. Not that great. Again, there's a lot of switch play. Again, Dreadnought has the same ability as Dreadnought V Max. G Max Stone Surge 160 plus flip a coin if heads is like 80 more damage. So 50% of the time you're doing 240. Again, I think this sucks at unreliable damage. Like, imagine you swing for 1 turn and you need 240, but you get tails. I don't think that card's gonna see that much play. Dracovish evolves from rare fossil. Ability Primal Law. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your opponent can't play any Pokemon from their hand to evolve their Pokemon. Does I don't know how I feel about this card. The fact it has to be active, again, it's back to the Vanillish thing. Not only do you need to evolve this, but it has a 3 retreat cost, so putting this into the active and keeping it there is pretty difficult. But I guess since it's in the active and you can't really evolve, I mean, I don't know, I don't think it's gonna be useful right now in a big meta, in a big basic meta. Maybe after big basics die out, it might be great. It can stop V Maxes from getting up. But again, I don't know how I feel about this card. I think it's average. I think it's gonna see niche play, very, very niche play. Arctovish, again, another fossil. Hard damage, 90 damage during opponent's turn. Opponent takes 60 less attacks. Cold Breath, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Not a great card. I don't think it's a great card at all. Electric, nothing too, again, a Manectric line, not that great. Tapu Koko. Oh lord, draw 2 cards, Lightning Ball, 110 damage. The draw 2 cards might be decent, but not that great of a card either. Trade those up. Love this fossil. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite fossil design wise from Gen 8, almost at 7. Rising charge 30 damage. Your next turn, this Pokemon's rising charge does 90 more damage. So if you continuously use this, it'll do 120. Giga Impact 200 damage. This Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. Not that great of a card. For stage 1, honestly, not that great. And Arctozolt. Whenever your opponent attaches energy from their hand to one of their Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. I can see this seeing a decent amount of play, specifically in control types, and I can see a 1/1 line getting snuck into Dragapult just to sneak in a little bit more damage, like 20 more damage per turn. It's like having more horror energy on board, but like when I attach it, when your opponent attaches an energy, they get smacked for 20 damage. Like you're getting punished for attaching energy and getting your board state up. So I can see maybe a 1/1 sneaking into Dragapult. Maybe those decks that were playing 2/2 Malamar, you take out a 1/1 Malamar line and add this. I can see it a little bit. Again, I don't know much about Dragapult myself, but I've never played the deck. But I can kind of see it going in there a little bit, just to increase that damage that it's doing, so, and spread that damage a little bit more. Psychic Jigglypuff. That's weird seeing Jigglypuff as a psychic type. Not that great. The Jigglypuff line is not that great. Gothita, Gothitelle, Psychic Trip, attack the opponent's own damage, just turn any damage. Choose 2 random cards from your opponent, and your opponent reveals and shuffle them back into your deck. It's basically a mini. What's that attack called from Dusknoir? It's a mini Dusknoir. But it does less damage in stage 2, so it's definitely not gonna see play. I don't think it's gonna see play at all. Go Lurk. Line's not that great. Mimic You. Ability Heal Stop. Wow. Your opponent's bench Pokemon can't be healed. I definitely see this being as a. This is definitely gonna be a tech in Dragapult. Will it see play in other decks? Maybe. Depends how. I think this is gonna be a card where if healing's big, which it is, Malolana right now. I believe this stops Malolana because Malolana you switch then heal. So I think at that point this ability fires and says no. Excuse me. So I don't know. I think in the current state, this card might see a lot of play. Again, not every deck can play because not every deck can fit the bench space for it. But I think this is a good card. Stopping healing is a great ability to have as a bench sitter. So that's not too terrible. Galarian Cursola V. Eating Aura. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you attach. When your opponent attaches an energy from their hand to one of your Pokemon, put 3 damage counters on it. Again, this isn't bad, but it has to be active. I can see this maybe. I don't know. I don't know how I see this card being played. I was thinking maybe a 1-of in Dragapult, and you can start it. You can like play it. You just leave it in the active while you get set up. And then as your opponent is setting up, they're getting damage counters as well. So it makes sure Dragapult hits a lot more liable. But then I don't know. But it's also a 2-prizer, so I don't know where. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this card. I'm gonna say it could see play, but we'll see. Trapinch, Flygon. Dude, this one's your active Pokemon. Your opponent's active Pokemon can't retreat. It's a stage 2, not that great. Honestly. Desert Geyser. What? 130. If your opponent has a stadium play, discard it. If you do, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage and effects done to this Pokemon by the attacks of your opponent's Pokemon. Again, it's a stage 2. They can gust around it. I don't think this is going to be a great card. Especially with Boss's Orders, you can just gust around this effect and attack something else. So I don't know if it's going to see that much play. And you have to have, if your opponent has a stadium, your opponent has to have a stadium in play, not you. It doesn't matter if there's a stadium. So you can't even control this. You're just kind of react. So your opponent can actually play around this and not play a stadium. And honestly, how many decks play a lot of stadiums? Like most decks play what, 2 to 3 on average stadium. So this attack is, you get the whole effect of the attack, what, maybe 2-3 times max per game. And it's only doing 130? Nah. Power on, that's not great. Imperial V? Draw 1, 80 damage, discard 1 energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. That's not bad. Energy Denial is always good. Heavy Rock Cannon, 210. This one can't use this attack during your next turn. I can see this as a one-of in Sandaconda. I know it's not a big... Sandaconda isn't a big deck right now, but I could definitely see it, like, I don't know, sneaking into Sandaconda space, but I don't know. Energy Denial, you can switch off between Heavy Rock Cannon and Energy Denial, but at the same time, I don't know, Sandaconda does 10 more damage for 1 less energy, so it might not even see play because of that. But yeah. Passimian, Call for Family. It's a nice Call for Family, but honestly nothing too great with Passimian. Spinner Rack. Ariados, Spider Net. When you play this one, from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may switch one of your opponent's evolution Pokemon, but they're active. This is definitely not going to see play until tag teams leave the format, and even then this is very niche. We're not going to be seeing play from this card because the fact that it can only gust up evolution Pokemon just makes it not great. And wow, this is probably the best card in the set. Crobat V, Night Assist. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to your bench, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. You can't use more than 1 Night Assist ability during your turn. Bruh, Shaman got reprinted. This is basically the Dene of the format next turn. Oh my god, you're gonna have the Dene and Crobat as draw power. So this is gonna be wild. This is like, it's gonna be, yeah. This is gonna be a great card. It's nice support Pokemon. Just draw cards. Boom. That's it. Now with this card being out now, I do think Shaman is gonna be banned and expanded. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure that's a nail in the coffin for Shaman and expanded. Because why would you have... Why would you use Crobat V when you have Shaman and expanded? That do the same thing. But one's restricted. So I think to slow down the expansion format, they're probably going to ban Shaman. Galarian, Zigzagoon, Pit Missile, 10, Zigzagoon. Not that great. Galarian Obstagoon. Once in your turn, you may have your opponent discard cards from their hand until they have 4 left. I can see this as a one-of in the Goons deck, honestly. Instead of just play it as a one-of, it can kind of help. It can help, like, I don't know, it makes Goon a little bit more control-y, and it makes your opponent, it slows down your opponent so that Goons can actually get up, because Goons suffers from inconsistency. So this can help slow the opponent down so that you can play the game as the Goon player. Scraggy and Scrafting Lane, not too big, nothing too big there. Inkay and the Malamar, nothing crazy. Hoopa, Assault Gate, 90 damage. If this one wasn't moved from your bench to the active Pokemon during your spot during your turn, this attack does nothing. This attack isn't affected by weakness. So this is basically Dark Zapdos. Dark Zapdos. We're back in Rocket. So yeah, for 1 energy, honestly, it isn't bad. My only thing with it is you have to switch it in and out of the bench that turn. With 2 retreat costs, it's a little difficult. But honestly, for 1 energy, that's not, and hit swinging for 90 early game, that's not bad. You're taking out Tarachis here and there, early prize games, early game prizes. I don't think the Devil is gonna be good. The only thing I see it is maybe Nasty Plots, or should deck for 2 cards and put them in your hand. Maybe and this can be a nice control deck, nice control card, but it's a stage 1. And honestly, Marnie just erases Nasty Plot. Boom, Eternatus V. Power Excel, 30 damage. You may attach 1 dark energy from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. Not bad energy acceleration, to be honest. And Dynamax Cannon, 120 plus damage if your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon VMAX. This acts 120 more damage. So for 4 energy, you can do 240 on VMAXs. Isn't terrible, but you're playing this card to play Eternatus VMAX, 340 HP, bruh. Infinity Zone. If all of your Pokemon aren't in play are Dark types, you may now have up to 8 Dark Pokemon on your bench, and can't play any other type of Pokemon. When this ability no longer works, discard your benches that there are 5. So you're basically, and this card has a built-in Skyfield for Dark types. That isn't bad. And then his attack for basically the same cost of a Dark Pulse. Dread End, 30 times damage. This attack does 30 damage times the number of your Dark Pokemon. What? Hold on, what? That's wild. So this thing is hitting for 240 with full bench. That's not bad. In a 2-shot meta, this is not terrible. You're 2-shotting all G maxes, like EV maxes. I said G maxes. Yeah, you're hitting over 400 damage over 2 turns. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a good card. Yeah, I think this just makes Dark Box good. It basically makes Dark Box kind of like expanded Turbo Dark. But I think at this point, it's not Dark Box anymore, and it's just an Eternatus VMAX deck. Like, why would you play any other Dark type Pokemon besides Eternatus VMAX? So you would basically build Dark Box to support you would build Dark Box around this card. So like, it doesn't become Dark Box anymore, it's Eternatus VMAX deck now. So Scissor, not that great. Same with the VMAX. The VMAX art looks great. I think the Scissor artwork looks awesome, but it's not that great of a card. It's hard Scissors during your opponent's turn. This one takes 30 less damage from attacks. And Max Steel Spike, 190 damage. Nothing. That's it. Slumbering, not that great. The Cling Clang line, I don't think it's that great. Copperage is interesting. This Pokemon can't be affected by special conditions, and then it does 120. And if your Pokemon has any of your bench Pokemon have any damage counters on, this attack does 120 more. But the attack cost is so heavy that I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be that. I don't think it's gonna see that much play. Kangaskhan could be a nice retaliator, you know, hitting for 120 for double color, so you can kind of sneak this into any deck really and charge it up. Dunsparce, one last dig. If this one's knocked out by damage from your opponent's attack, discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. This could be a nice addition to Mill, but I don't know if there's going to be space for it in Mill. I don't know if you really want to play this in Mill. I think you'd rather play Dolls than this, because if someone kills this, it's taking prizes, while Doll doesn't take prizes. So Teddy Ursaring, not great. Skitty, Captivating Tail. Switch your opponent's active Pokemon with one of their bench one. The new active Pokemon is now confused. This could be decent in again, control decks. You can just keep switching and keep your opponent trapped. So like you can trap something in the active and just keep it there for control decks, and then that's how you win. Solomon's V, Giant's Flight. This attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. This could be in a nice spread deck, but again, I don't think it's going to be good until Mew rotates, especially with Pokemon being big right now. Mew's going to see a lot more play, so I don't think it's going to be that great. You just play Mew and the deck breaks. Twin Sonic. This attack does 40 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. Again, it's following that spread damage, but this is sniping 2 Pokemon for 40 damage. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't know. I think Solomon's and Solomon's VMAX are underwhelming, to say the least. Sky Circus, again, the bird keeper stuff. Search your deck for any 2 cards, put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Again, this could be a decent first turn attack, whatever. Search your cards. You can play Bird Keeper, and then search the cards for free. But again, the line in general isn't that great. Another Sky Circus. I don't think that's a great card anyway. Not great cards. Cheer, Yell, Horn. That does not slip off the tongue well. You may play as many item cards as you like during your turn before you attack. Wow, I read the wrong thing. Each player's active Pokemon is not confused. I can see this being used in control decks as well. Turbo Patch, flip a coin and heads, choose a basic energy card from your discard pile and attach it to one of your basic Pokemon, excluding Pokemon GX. Oh wow, they said nah, ADP, you can't use this. I don't know. I think this can. Honestly, this could make. This is definitely going to see a lot of play, I feel. Especially in Turbo decks. I think Turbo Zacian will. This might make Turbo Zacian better. Because you don't have to rely on the metal saucers. And you can also attach. Like, you can have 2 Zacians on the field at a time. And you can metal patch 1 while turbo patching the one in your active. It doesn't feel as bad to have a Zacian in the active with this, so that's not bad. This is definitely going to be a great card seeing play. Rare Fossil, it's just a fossil, not that great. Toughness Cape, the maximum HP of a basic Pokemon that discards attached to, excuse me, is increased by 50, excluding Pokemon GX. Okay, so this is basically a better Big Charm, but not for Pokemon GX. Wow, they're really excluding Pokemon GX. They're really trying to get GX out of the metas. Honestly, wow, I couldn't even imagine like this on VMAXs, like in their HP. Like Snorlax V and Caparajah 390 after you attach this. That's wild. So that means, wow, That means Copperajah can essentially reach over 400 HP after Full Metal Wall. That's wild. So 490, it can reach 420 effective HP after a Full Metal Wall. That's wild. And then Mountainous Smoke. When the Pokemon discard is attached to is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, your opponent puts any prize card they pick into their discard pile instead of their hand. I can see this again played in control/mill decks. Attach it to a doll if you kill it. No, not a doll. You can attach it to benched Pokemon that you don't want them gusting up, and then if they KO them, yeah, you take a prize, but you're not getting the prize in your hand. So, Bird Keeper, switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, then draw 3 cards. I don't know how great this card is. Drawing 3 cards and having a switch in one card is great. Actually, I think I don't know. I think it might see some decent play. I could see this definitely played in Zacian decks where the Zacian needs to switch out into something else to be able to attack again. So I can see this easily be played in Zacian. Then you air balloon something. So you switch, draw, and then you draw 3 cards, and then you can retreat back and attack again. So like I can see that. So I think this is gonna be a decent card. Support or search your deck for 1 Dark Pokemon and one energy, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Piers, I don't know, it might be too slow, but it might be a decent 1 or 2 of in a dark deck. The fact that you could search any dark energy and any dark Pokemon and any 1 energy could be good. You can get Weavile up, you can get your Eternatus VMAX up, and stuff like that. Rose, choose 2 basic energy from your discard pile, attach them to one of your Pokemon VMAX, and discard your hand. This will play well with Rose's Tower down here, which lets you. Rose's Tower is basically an Oranguru from back where you just draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. So you can play that and then redraw your hand. So this is just energy acceleration for your VMAXs. Energy acceleration is never bad, but it's just the fact that you have to discard your hand to do it that might make this card see less play. We'll see. And then Spikesmith, whenever a player's Pokemon moves from the active spot to the bench spot during their turn, put the damage counters on that Pokemon. Okay, so you basically hurt yourself if you switch. That's wild. I could definitely see this kind of played in like some kind of weird control deck. Then hide dark energy. So if this card is attached to a Pokemon prize, dark energy the dark Pokemon this card is attached to is 0. So basically it gives dark types free retreat. That is great. You can't move it with Weavile though. That's the only problem with that. So I don't know how much play it'll see. I think you have to effectively attach this to the Pokemon that you know are going to be more active than others. Okay, once you attach it, you can't move it. Powerful color C energy. So as long as this card is attached to Pokemon that provides C energy, the attacks of this colorless Pokemon this card is attached to do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay. I don't know how good of a card this is because what are good colorless attackers? And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the card. It's colorless energy, so it's not that effective, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll see. And that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you guys liked that video, and please comment, like, and subscribe. So let me know how you guys feel about this kind of video. It's my first kind of set review / first impressions video, and just look, I just wanted to go over the new cards that we're gonna get in Darkness Ablaze. So, and just, you know, just kind of look forward, look ahead into the meta and see what's gonna happen. So, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.